Hello, I'm Molly Dimrow.
And I'm Betsy Billings. Welcome to your Wildcat News. We begin tonight with a story on the soon-to-be booming medical marijuana industry in Kentucky. Governor Andy Beshear announced businesses in the Commonwealth will be able to apply for medical cannabis licenses. The announcement came before 420, the national marijuana-themed holiday. Reporter Nate Lucas has more on the arrival of the medical weed in the Commonwealth.
Hi, I'm Nate Lucas. It's 420, and this is the last weed-themed holiday that Kentuckians are going to experience without medicinal marijuana. I talked to a local store to see how it's going to affect their business. Joe Boise is a local Kentucky business owner who controls Hemptopia in Louisville and CBD Time in Lexington. Joe is also a veteran and two-time cancer survivor. He says legal marijuana products have helped him deal with PTSD and pain from both instances. Last Thursday, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear released great news for people like Joe. Starting July 1st, 2024, businesses will be able to apply for licensing to distribute medical marijuana when it is legalized on January 1st, 2025. Businesses will be randomly selected through a lottery system to decide who is licensed first.
This plant is here to help people, so 100%. And this, to me, is a more fair way of what we were hearing in the past of, you know, you had to be connected or you had to know something, and this gives it a fair shake to everybody.
Asked if he thinks that Kentucky legalized medicinal marijuana after bordering states did, Joe agreed.
At the end of the day, it's always about the money. I wish it was about helping people, but at the end of the day, it's about the money.
Nate Lucas reporting for Wildcat News.
The cannabis licenses for businesses will begin to be issued in October. There'll originally be 48 licenses divided among 11 Kentucky regions. Once the Kentucky medical marijuana law goes into effect January 1st, 2025, only Kentuckians with qualifying conditions like cancer, multiple sclerosis, chronic pain, epilepsy, chronic nausea, and post-traumatic stress disorder.
Turning Point USA was on UK's campus this morning, letting students smash plates for free. It is a nonprofit organization that guides citizens of America to engage in their communities to restore traditional American values. Today, members were set up outside of Whitehall Classroom Building, asking students if they wanted to smash a plate. Organizer Katie Jefferson explains why a little destruction could be helpful ahead of finals week.
We are smashing plates just to kind of have a fun activity to get people involved. Basically what they do is they'll come up, they'll write something about the government that they'd like to see changed. It can be anything, really, it's up to them, and then they smash the plate. It's just kind of to relieve stress for finals and get people involved.
Okay, ready? More information about Turning Point can be found on their website.
The Airbnb market is a growing business, and for one house, it holds an extra special experience. The Red House Retreat, located in the Red River Gorge area in Staunton, Kentucky, is a reimagined mid-century modern time capsule where the future holds the biggest adventure to come. Carmen Billings, the owner of the rental property, wanted a way to honor her childhood home after her parents passed, so she decided to restore the home to its original state when the house was built in the 70s. After fixing things like the foundation and some electrical issues, she took to using decorations and furnishings that have the mid-century modern feeling.
We tried to do as much authentic furniture as we could, just to have fun with it, just to make it because, you know, the mid-century modern era was a really fun time and had a lot of eclectic kind of decorations, and it was just, so we've had fun locating the furniture and locating the decorations and going and getting it, and then just the getting to put it all in here and make it look like a place from our past.
The space is meant to be a retreat for all who visit to just take some time, slow down, and enjoy the journey. The Red House Retreat is now available on Airbnb for rental.
Every day is a day to celebrate UK, but one 24-hour period is dedicated to raising money for all the colleges, programs, and funds at UK. One Day for UK is all about philanthropy and alumni giving back to the place they once called home.
With 44 colleges and programs to choose from, along with 115 funds to support, One Day for UK is an annual giving day dedicated to supporting all colleges, programs, and causes at the University of Kentucky.
One Day for UK is a 24-hour giving day here at the university. This will be our 6th giving day this year. So we interact with the colleges and units across campus to put funds on the website with the idea of raising as much money for the university from alumni and friends of the university, parents of students, faculty and staff as well are welcome to participate and raise as much money as possible for the university, kind of in that 24-hour campaign.
Last year, One Day for UK raised almost $1.5 million, raising the combined 5-year total to more than $10.6 million.
So Giving Day started maybe 8 or 10 years ago with some of the smaller private schools. Columbia is one of the big ones that started doing Giving Days, and seeing the success that some of the small private schools had led larger schools like us, large publics like us, to see what that success looked like and figure out how we can translate it and scale up to what we can do as a large public. So that's really what motivated us to, we saw other schools having success. We wanted to figure out how we make that idea, turn that into UK's Giving Day.
UK Philanthropy and Alumni Engagement hope to see the annual Giving Day grow and continue to be supported by UK alumni who want to give back.
That we can continue to grow a spirit of philanthropy, and that One Day for UK becomes an opportunity for recent grads, young alums who are here in these first 6 years. 5 years from now, we'll have the opportunity, if they so choose, to make that gift to support that program, cause, or unit that really inspires them and inspired their time at UK.
Day 6 of former President Donald Trump's hush money trial began today with a gag order hearing. Prosecutors claim Trump violated the order 10 times in the days before and after the trial began and are demanding the judge to fine Trump for $1,000 per violation. The trial is focused on the alleged sex scandal that cover-up that took place before the 2016 presidential election with the adult film star Stormy Daniels. Trump denies the claims that he had an affair with him. His former lawyer, Michael Cohen, reportedly paid Daniels to keep quiet about the allegations leading up to the election.
The U.S. Justice Department reaches a $138.7 million settlement with the sexual assault victims of Larry Nassar. Nassar was convicted of sexually assaulting multiple USA gymnasts while working as a physician. Victims reached a $380 million settlement with USA Gymnastics and the U.S. Olympic Committee in 2021. Over 100 women also sued the Department of Justice over the FBI initial failures in investigating the case. The FBI has previously acknowledged its failures to respond to the sexual assault allegations. Numerous errors and violations were made in the investigation. Minnesota State Senator Nicole Mitchell was arrested for burglary of her own stepmother's home in Detroit Lakes. Mitchell broke into the house with the intentions of taking her father's ashes. Mitchell was arrested yesterday morning after her stepmother called the police. Mitchell has been charged with first-degree burglary with a maximum of 20 years in prison. Mitchell is currently in her first term of senator.
Tensions continue to rise at Columbia University as pro-Palestinian protests take place on campus. Columbia University students speak out on this issue. Gloria Pazmino is on campus and joins us now.
Now, while police have been setting up barricades and patrolling the area here outside the Columbia University campus, things remain calm, although more protests are planned for later this afternoon. Last night, there were protests at NYU downtown here in New York City, where police arrested 130 people.
Say it loud and say it clear. Liberation is near.
As pro-Palestinian protesters camp out on the Columbia University campus for a 7th day.
This is not a welcoming environment. I think it's a very difficult time for a lot of Jewish students.
This is an actual crisis and an imminent threat.
Tensions are boiling over.
Go back to Poland? Who says that? Go back to Poland.
And rippling to other universities across the country, including MIT, NYU, Yale, and Cal Poly. A rabbi linked to Columbia University urged Jewish students to stay home, saying recent events at the university have, quote, made it clear that Columbia University's public safety and the NYPD cannot guarantee Jewish students' safety. Late Monday night, the university announcing in-person classes are canceled until the end of the semester. At least one protester says it's not just the Jewish students who are being harassed.
I'm Jewish, but there has not been a lot of focus on, Palestinian students who have been, feeling anti-Islamic sentiment.
President Joe Biden condemning all hate on both sides.
I condemn the anti-Semitic protest. I also condemn those who don't understand what's going on with the Palestinians.
Now, past the gates of Columbia University, there is an encampment which has continued to grow over several days, but protests have remained peaceful. In the meantime, Columbia's president has been facing mounting criticism from both students and some of her colleagues, including a set of professors that says they want to introduce a resolution to censure her. Reporting in Manhattan, I'm Gloria Pasmino. Back to you.
Coming up on Wildcat News, Sophia Shoemaker will introduce you to one of the state's best lacrosse teams being led by some young coaches.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut, the one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink, or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking, now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Since the new head basketball coach hire Mark Pope, Wildcat fans have been waiting to see the roster of both players and coaches being built for the upcoming season. With some of 2024's top players like Shepard and Dillingham declaring for the NBA draft, Pope has been searching for UK commits. Yesterday, the Cats signed BYU transfer Colin Chandler. It was also announced yesterday that both Cody Fugger and Jason Hart will be assistant coaches for the upcoming Kentucky season. Lacrosse is a growing sport at high schools across the state. See how one of the top programs and their coaching staff are thriving. Henry Clay women's lacrosse team is one of the top 10 high school teams in the state. Some may argue that this is largely in part to their coaches, Bree McCauley and Madeline Davis.
I think a big part, especially when it comes to coaching high school girls, is just instilling that confidence and belief and strength that they all have within them, but just realizing, right, that they have that in them. So I think just being able to bring that side out of them has kind of, and push them and motivate them, has kind of led to their success. You can tell that she really cares about the sport and really cares about how we play and how we act. Many of my other coaches, they don't really know what they're doing, and my coaches are very professional.
Although the girls give credit to their coaches, Bree and Madeline say it's all due to the players and the lessons they have learned along the way.
It is definitely hard to learn how to coach anyone. That was my biggest transition for me, just having played the sport for a long time. It's hard to translate my knowledge into others, so that's been a little bit of a challenge for me. I have appreciated though, all these girls are very open to learning and listening very well, so it's been pretty easy to make that transition in learning how to be a coach.
When asked what lesson Bree wanted the girls to leave the program with, she had very simple advice.
Just that they're strong, and as long as they believe in themselves, that they can go and achieve anything that they want. So just like with this sport, the harder you work, right, the more success you'll have. Same thing in life, the harder you work, and the more belief that you have in yourself, right, the more good things that will come along. So.
After the end of the regular season, the team is prepping for playoffs and hoping to make it to the state championship this May. With Wildcat News, I'm Sophia Shoemaker. Over the weekend, the Kentucky Wildcats baseball team hosted Tennessee for their first loss of the SEC series. The Wildcats ultimately fell to the Vols despite a comeback win of 5-3 in Game 1. Because of this loss, the Wildcats fell from number 3 to spot number 4 in the rankings. Kentucky baseball returns to action on the road this weekend for a 3-game series against the South Carolina Gamecocks. That's all for your Wildcat sports for the semester. We'll be right back.
Sarah, you got this, okay? But they lost.
Not really. Not where it counts.
For most of us, there are no guarantees, no golden tickets, no easy roads. But at the University of Kentucky, there is a promise to support and inspire you to reach for what's possible, to lead and create, to heal and discover, as we help solve the world's toughest challenges, transforming lives and improving communities. At the University of Kentucky, we promise to make the possible real.
Welcome back to Wildcat News. An unusual tradition continued at Patterson Office Tower. Wildcat News reporter Julia Keener was there to experience all the fun.
Julia, what is this unique event?
It's a bird. It's a plane. Oh wait, it's just 200 ping pong balls. Yesterday afternoon, UK students came out to one of the greatest traditions on campus, the ping pong ball drop.
UK students took their minds off of school for a second and went to celebrate the end of the semester by watching over 200 ping pong balls fly off the top of the 18-story Patterson Office Tower. Student Activities Board Chair Gabby Mercedes shared the excitement students feel about this event year after year.
Kind of like a staple event at this point. Like everybody comes out with a whole bunch of bags and everything they can to like catch a whole bunch of ping pong balls. So it's something that we get ready for like every single year.
This has been a long-standing tradition that students have participated in since the 90s. Over the years, students have gotten more creative and found strategies to help them catch one of the 8 golden balls. Marketing student Carter Brown tells us how he and his friend Jaden were able to win this year.
Actually, I came prepared. So me and my friend Jaden, we had an upside-down umbrella, as well as we decided in order to get a little bit more of a height advantage, I was going to sit on his shoulders. So that was our plan, and it ended up working. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Students who were lucky enough to catch a golden ball like Carter and Jaden were able to pick from a pool of prizes that included an Apple Watch, Beats, a TV, digital cameras, and more. We already heard students are looking forward to this event again next year.
All at the end of the semester, fun going on around campus. Follow SAB UKY on Instagram or check BB Involved.
Thanks, Julia. Sources tell us that you met the Pope this weekend.
Take a look at the surprise awaiting Julia as she was preparing to report outside the Joe Kraft Center.
Okay, over this way just a little bit. Sorry, if you need to go in, go in.
I'm waiting for somebody to let me in.
Okay.
I don't want to get in your shot. You guys look fantastic. How
Thank
are you?
you. Oh my gosh, nice to meet you.
Let's go, baby. Welcome. After a 100-hour drive. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you.
I wish that we could have Mark Pope on this show, but unfortunately it's our last show of the semester.
I know, it is indeed our last show.
That is all of your Wildcat news for the semester.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the fall.